Huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, it's like this. Let's look at that first chord. B flat major 7. This is the 1 chord, right? The note is an F in the melody. All right, so the F is the 5th of that. So basically, I just looked to the melody right now to make sure it didn't contradict the fact that I assumed this was a B flat 1 chord. Because if the melody were E, it would have been a sharp 11, which means this is a 4 chord. Because there's only 2 major chords in a key. It's a 1 chord and a 4 chord. The one is from Ionian, which has verse to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the other is from Lydian, which has a sharp 4, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically, I looked at the melody to make sure it didn't contradict the fact that I assumed this was a 1 chord. It is a 1 chord, in fact, because it has an F, right? So what that means is that any chord in that key would have worked, which means we could have played C minor instead of this. Think of it this way: someday my prince will come. Right? So you could play D minor, maybe this, and then the most harsh one would be this, I guess. Thinking of it as A. All those chords would have worked because they're all in the key. See what I mean? Yeah, they're playing the 1 chord. They're starting with a 1 chord. It's pretty normal. You could have started with a D minor. You could have gone D minor, and then gone to the D7 as they suggest. Right? So you'd have someday my prince will come, and then instead of you could just take that. You can continue with that approach. But this one's tricky in certain ways because it's hard to identify what key it's in all the time, because it changes key a lot. But sometimes it's more obvious. If it says C7, for example, and then it goes to F7, and F7 goes to D minor, which is they did the same thing that I'm talking about. Really, they got like 2. Okay, you see what it says C minor 7, F7, D minor 7. Third staff, third measure, C minor. This is a 2, 5, and it usually goes to 1, and that's the cliche. And what they have is they have 2, 5, 3. And that's them doing what I did with the first measure. Instead of starting with the 1 chord, I started with a 3 chord. Well, here, instead of going 2, 5, 1, they go 2, 5, 3. And what that did is it created like a lack of resolution, which just kept the song going, kind of kept the melody going a little longer. I actually kind of put it into a second little part. Anyways, so that's something we can talk more about that another time if you want. That's actually really easily useful because aside from doing it in standards the way we are, you could take a standard, reharm it, and have your own song, for example. There's that's that your song would have about as much in common with that song, especially as you create a melody for your new song and a rhythm section for your new song. That compose the timbre of it. Is it a rock band? Is it an orchestral piece? The tempo, is there going to be a groove to it, so like that would give, if it has drums and a groove, it's going to have more of an attitude feel. What time signature is going to be in the what if you were to reharmonize a song from the real book and make it and call it your own, by the time it would be done, the most it would have in common with the original piece the same that, like, basically, I don't know, a strawberry and a and some vegetable had in common because they come from the earth. Like, it's about that, you have that much in common. Yeah, they're made of chords. The chords have a relationship to each other, but all the chords have a relationship to each other all the time. So, and the way they transition is really magical, and there's a relationship there, like a secondary relationship. But so it's not at all a transgression to reharmonize a song and then compose that way. I did that with one of my heavy metal songs. I took a song from Randy Newman, and if you listen close now, you can actually tell, I think. But there's a heavy metal song I did called Grief. No, it was a different one. It was called React. A heavy metal song called React, and the chords are very, very, very much related to a Randy Newman song called In Germany Before the War, something like that. And then there's another song I did. I can't remember what is it was from the same band. The band was called Rejectionary Art, and it was I can't remember what song it was now. There's one with Marco Miniman on drums. Anyway, the chord progression is slightly reharmonized. Is a slight reharmonization of a Christina Aguilera song called Reflections from her debut album. Anyway, all right. Anyways, man, I better let you go. All right. Yeah, man. Well, practice. Yeah, dude, it's probably this. It's probably like this. I don't know. It's huge. Maybe like this big. Maybe, yeah. Maybe like, I don't know. It's. I don't know whether it'll be worse knowing this just there waiting to drop down on me, or or seeing that it's gone and imagining it's already embedded in my brain or something. It's already eaten into my ear. Yeah. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.